So this is Bore, icebreaker and steam driven, and it's the oldest in the world. It was built here at Malmö Kockums in 1894, and it kept the Öresund ice free at the winter, and the original crew is still on board. They say it takes 5 days to start her up, so you need to have very much planning if you want to go with her. But she stopped sailing in the 1960s. And on your left you have Malmö University. It became a university in 2018 and was built in 1998 and was there a Malmö University College. On the facade you can see words like knowledge and freedom, and that's the motto for the university, where diversity makes difference. You will also find quotes inside the building written by Hjalmar Gullberg, the Swedish poet, and Timbuktu. You know Timbuktu, the Swedes? Yeah, they're very famous here in Malmö and Sweden. Should we play Timbuktu? Yeah. Also the students call it the Hulk because it's green and big, just as the superhero. Now we will play Everyone Wants to Go to Heaven but No One Wants to Die. Alla vill till himlen men få vill ju dö. Very good song. Here are also a miniature of the Öresundsbron, the Öresundsbridge that takes us to Copenhagen. So today it's very calm here at the harbor, and it's been very calm since 2005 as the last ferry took place here, because we Swedes like to go from Malmö to Copenhagen to get very drunk. It's called a runda, a touring, because back in time it was very cheap for us to go to Denmark, and now it's very cheap for the Danes to come to us and invade Sweden and Malmö. No, just joking, we love you here. We have been sailing to Denmark since the 14th century. Then it took 3 days to go over the sound. Now it takes around 45 minutes with a train from Malmö Central Station. We can see the bottom, so it's 500 meters high, as we can say, because you don't see the top. No, it's 190 meters high and have 54 floors. It was created by an architect, Spanish architect, Santiago Calatrava, and it's representing his wife. And as a turning torso, it looks like this. Yeah. And also it has his face and stomach to Copenhagen and the rest of Europe, and the back to Stockholm. Yeah, you can go up in turning torso. You can live at the highest apartment there. And also, you want to tell us what happened last month? So, I'm not sure right now if you can go up there, but in the summer we have some tourist trips. You can go, I think it's just 80 crowns. Just to see all over Malmö. But I think they open in summer. But you can go there, ask them, but I'm not sure right now. Yeah. So we see to Copenhagen, you see to Lund, you see whole the world. The whole world. And this white building here, the Kröga Palace, or the Funky's House, was built 1935, the same year as the Empire State Building. And with its 10 floors, it was considered as the skyscraper. So it was Sweden's first skyscraper, same year as Empire State Building. Yeah, we're very optimistic here in Malmö. And on your right here, we have the West Harbor area. In just 24 years, so 2001, it was this residential buildings here. It was not this residential building here. It was just industry. Everything here was industry. But now, it's apartments and offices, and you can find nice restaurants, cafes. You will find a nice beach walk and a vantage point over the sound and the bridge of the port. You will also find Sweden's largest concrete skate park, created by the Swedish, not the Swedish, the American skateboarder Stefan Hauser. And people, skateboarders from all of Europe, come here to skateboarding. Hello, ladies! The old Kockums shipyard. And here was the icebreaker Bore, was built here. Also under the World War II, we built many submarines and ships here. Alright, so back then when we had a shipyard here, we actually was one of Europe's largest shipyards, and we produced, as the guy said, very many large ships. And we actually had the largest crane for building ships back then, called the concrete crane, in the world, in the whole world. But when the shipyard was done, and now we exactly, the oil price went, and after that we wanted to sell the crane, and it was over 100 meters high, and no one wanted it. So we actually sold it for $1 to South Korea. And after that we call it the Tears of Malmö, because everyone here is so sad. It was a really bad deal for us. Alright, that's it. In the third largest city, first we have the capital Stockholm, then Gothenburg, and then Malmö. Approximately 360,000 people live here today, and 183 of the UN nations, 193 nations live here. So we are very multicultural here in Malmö. We also have the world's best football team. We will have swan ducklings. Very beautiful. But now the dad is calm. So I will be quiet to not disturb her. Very popular to fish here in Malmö, but we who don't fish call these guys dreamers, because they will never get a fish here. Good luck! I didn't make the whole journey through that in the old prison cells. You can also see here the old coastline of Malmö. So on your left side, everything here is artificial. So if you stood here before it was here, you saw Denmark in Copenhagen. Sunset it became purple. Something about the building is that it was built. To your left we have a Swedish dragon. Watch. I will now put down the microphone and let you enjoy the park and see people passing by and see dragons and ducks. Fantastic. Here, back in times, they collected taxes from the ships that came from the harbor and Denmark and from the whole world. And now the biggest shopping street here goes from the Triangle Square up there to where they roomed down the parks. Also here you will find a very nice museum, Disgusting Food Museum. It has guinea pigs from Peru you can eat, and also the classic Swedish. We're heading to the lowest bridge on the tour, so mind your heads and absolutely don't stand up, because that will be horrible for me to describe it to my boss. Sometimes the water is very high here in the canal, so we must take a U-turn and go back the same way as we came, because we cannot go under this low bridge. And that's a nightmare for a guide, because I don't know what I'm gonna talk about then. I have hope. And it's very nice to have a hope as a founder of a school, because 30 years ago the roof has to be renovated. So a student wrote a letter in Latin to the Pope, and he received $10,000. Of course the student lied about this is a Christian school and a boys' school and they learn Christianity. The student is a very famous politician here in Sweden, Tobias Billström. So he has also been a very good liar whole his life. And on your right here, the red building is the fire station, and that's the second oldest fire station in the world that's still in use. Back then they used horses, but today they use cars. So the canal is 5 kilometers long and around 6 meters deep at some parts. In the 18th century, household and industry grew everything in the canal. So the smell was horrible. It was latrine and margarine and mustard combined in a very nostalgic smell that people describe as, I don't know, St. Pauli Church. Take a photo. So it's a center church, and it's built so the priest can stand in the middle so everyone can see and hear him. It's also representing Jesus and his 12 followers, because Jesus is in the middle tower, and it's 12 small towers around, so it's 12 followers. Very beautiful church. So this swan dad here is very aggressive and used to attack us. We see if he attack us today. But if he attack us, we have the police house in front of us. So we just call the police. And I will ask you something, a little quiz here. The windows up here representing an animal. Can you see which animal it is? So yes, shout it out which animal it is. Bat? Did I hear bat? No? It's a flying pig. You see it? Yeah, you see it? It's a flying pig. No, just kidding with you. It's an eagle. But it's a Malmø joke, we call it the flying pig. Of course, it's an eagle because the police has control out in the whole world. here from Malmö. Also to your left we see the oldest part of Malmö. In the 60s they rebuilt everything here, but the ground is the oldest part. So if you want to be historical today, go here and see the nice buildings. Under the next bridge here you will see hooks under the bridge. And it's an urban legend in Malmö that under the Cold War we used to hang explosives under the bridge. So if the Russians came, we just blew it up in the air so they did not come to Malmö. This is just an urban legend, but I think it's true. Today they hang beer cans here instead of explosives. And the orange-purple building here is called the $1 million Palace. But today you can buy an apartment in this building for 30 million Swedish crowns. The prices are insane, and the inflation hits hard on this building. Also, this yellow building here is the old military, where the military had the horses. Back in the days when we used horses in the military. Now it's a nice bowling and pool bar. Sherlock Holmes here. I recommend it. If you don't do anything tonight, you can solve Jack the Ripper mystery inside here. It's very scary, but it's very fun. And on your right, we will see the most beautiful building in the world. Or not. 2022, it was voted as the ugliest building in Sweden. Amazing. It's representing the Canal. So you see the waves here, and the bricks, red bricks down there is representing here. People say that in the sunset you stand there and watch the sun hits the windows and reflects into the canal. Very beautiful. And here we have Sweden's oldest, not Sweden, Malmö's oldest building, the St. Petri Church, the tower up here. It's a very Gothic church, a very dark church, and I very recommend to take a visit there after you get out this boat. It's a very beautiful church. To your friends back in Ireland, in New Jersey, and where you guys from, to come to Malmö and travel with sightseeing boat Rundan. Me and the captain wish you a very happy Easter and a nice day. Thank you.